get very bumpy, so I just don't want anyone standing up because then you might fall out. And if you fall out, that would be pretty awkward. Alright, so we are in our first stop today. This is called the Little Eatery Forest. Now, the animals live out in this forest. They are known for using camouflage, so they're always very tricky to see. A lot of them are also pretty shy, so they're going to be trying to blend in to hide from predators out here. A lot of them just hide behind bushes or trees, so I do know where a lot of them like to hide. I see a couple of animals out in the open by a watering hole over here. So here on this left side, there's this really big bird here. This is one of the saddle-billed storks.
Saddle-billed stork.
Now the saddle-billed stork is actually about 4 feet tall and it's a wingspan of 9 feet wide. And you can also see there's that rhino walking around as well.
There's a rhino.
That's one of the black rhinos. It's trying to go up the hill.
Almost forgot about those.
Now black rhinos actually weigh about 3,000 pounds. So that's a really big animal on the move over there. Even though they weigh 3,000 pounds, it's still possible for it to charge at about 35 miles per hour. And then if you keep on looking to your left, here's a second rhino, but this one's asleep. So we'll leave it alone. What am I? Very sleepy. And then, actually, if you look over here to the right, there's some animals hiding behind those bushes. They're called bongos.
I see one.
And the bongos are actually experts of camouflage. They're already so hard to see. There's one out in the open behind some bamboo. Now because they have a much darker orange color, that orange color blends into so many different things out here. That's why the bongo's nickname is the ghost of the forest, because they're so good at hiding. It seems like they could just disappear like ghosts. And that was the perfect example of it. They are so good at hiding. The only reason you can see some of them is just because I saw one of their tails wagging around for a second. So they're really, really good at hiding. But for us, we're actually going to go ahead and start leaving the forest. We're about to work our way down into the river. This is the Safi River. It's home for some unique animals. Some are underwater, or even up on the land. Like that hippo over there in the rain. Now the thing is, this is one of the areas where we can't stop, so we'll just go by very slowly. It's not too often you get to see a hippo on land. They only come up there to eat or to sleep. That one definitely is eating. We'll continue going down the rest of the river in the areas where we can stop. Hopefully we'll get some more good views of some hippos. Like this one in the water to our left. You can see them swimming around with 2 of them. 3 of them.
1, 2, 3.
So this is typically how you see hippos. Yeah, there's a 4th one. They're everywhere. They spend most of the day in the water.
Oh, look at them all.
And you see the one in the middle, there's a little baby. Falling right behind mom. So when they go underwater, they could hold their breath for about 8 minutes long. So they can spend a lot of time down there if they'd like. So the one in the front of the group is the mom. Right behind mom is her baby. You just barely see the baby under the water there. It's, of course, much smaller than those adults. And you may notice they just went all the way down towards the bottom. Now hippos, you're seeing them swimming around right now. They're actually not that good at swimming. So if they want to move around really fast out here, they just head to the bottom. And once they're at the bottom, they actually will walk or run. So even though they're underwater, they're still walking around everywhere. Another one between these islands, so it looks like they're everywhere. When you see a group of hippos, that's actually called a float. So that's a really big float. There's also a really big group of crocodiles over here. There's a bunch all over the land. Now these are the Nile crocodiles. Nile crocodiles are the largest crocs you can see in Africa. They actually grow to be about 16 feet long. The 16 feet will make them just a little over half the size of your truck. So because of that, you don't hang out there for too long. Now we're going to start going over towards the largest area of the whole reserve, the savannah. Now the savannah is going to be home for lots of those more famous animals you're probably trying to see, like giraffe, elephants, and if you get lucky, you might see a lion out there.
Hopefully,
So
some
hopefully
lions.
we will see all of them around. Now from up here, this is where I try to map out where lots of the animals are at. Seems like some are pretty far away. There's this little path on the right. There's some very small antelope over there called springbok.
See him back there in the back path?
Yep, I see them.
Very, very small.
Very
Hopefully
close
we'll
up.
see them again later on. They have brown and white fur. And I do see some really big animals up ahead.
Some
I'm gonna
giraffes.
try and check them out.
Giraffes.
Yay.
I see some
I
giraffes.
always love to see the giraffes.
See some cattle up ahead there. See a giraffe. So we're gonna check them out. Before we get closer to them though, I do want to talk about the African wild dogs, which are here on our left. You see they're all asleep inside a little cave.
There's a bunch of them.
African wild dogs. They're also known as the African painted dog. And even though these are dogs, they're not pets. Big stretch. The reason why these dogs are not pets is because they're actually one of the most dangerous animals here. They have a 90% success rate in catching its prey, and 90% is a higher rate than what cheetahs, hyenas, or even the lion have. Keep on looking to your left-hand side. This we're going to see those Ankoli cattle. There's also some sable antelope a little further over there on the left. The sables have that dark red fur in the back there, and they are the emblem of our reserve as well. The cattle are the ones much closer with the dark red skin, and they have those very long horns. They're about 4 feet long.
Giraffes.
See one of the giraffe right here. This is one of the adults. You can see this one's just hanging out.
And there's another
Fully
right there.
grown adult giraffe are going to be around 20 feet tall, which is why they are the tallest animals in the world. But this one's just chewing away, thinking about life
There's
right
another
now.
giraffe.
And then there's another giraffe up ahead. This one's chewing on some leaves. Hanging out
Giraffe.
it are some Patterson eland. The eland are those tan antelope with it. Eland are the largest antelope in Africa. These are some of the Patterson eland. That's a fully grown female next to the giraffe over there. She's about 4 feet tall and 1,200 pounds. Yeah, she's pretty heavy. Not as tall as a giraffe though. And we'll keep an eye open for a male eland. Males are actually larger than females. Males are going to be about 6 feet tall and 2,000 pounds. Hopefully we'll see him around. He's much larger than the female. Pretty hard
Wildebeest.
You
to
see some wildebeest?
miss.
Yeah.
We do see him in the area. Over here on this right hand side, this we're going to see a lot of wildebeest.
Wildebeest.
A couple here, but then there's going to be a bunch more as we continue going up ahead. These are all white-bearded wildebeest. Yeah, they really migrate about once a year, which is a good thing because they will migrate in groups of just over 1 million. And once the group of 1 million get together, they travel anywhere from 500 to 1,000 miles together. So I'm sure it's a crazy time of year, as you can just simply imagine. And then it looks like up ahead we're going to be seeing some more of those giraffes here on the left. Probably one of the closest views we'll get of them too. Now whenever you do see a group of giraffe, this is called a tower. So this is a pretty tall tower in the area.
Giraffes.
Kind of makes sense to call them a tower too, because they're always so tall, they tower over everyone else, especially as a group. They just look above everyone. So, pretty big tower in the area. Looks like they're slowly trying to make their way across the road over there. Yeah, you can see they might go ahead and cross in front of that truck over there. They're thinking about it.
I think that one's pushing left side.
And as we continue going over here, we're gonna go through the jungle, see if anybody's hanging around.
See the mandrill.
Looks like there's a couple of monkeys over here on our left. You see them walking around back there. Those monkeys, they're called mandrills.
Must be mating season.
The mandrills have a red and blue nose. So if you know who Rafiki is, Rafiki is also a mandrill. There's a couple behind the bush. So that one's swinging at that bush over there. You see it just jumping up all the way on top.
Must be
So that's one of the young ones. One of the kids is playing around up there, and the others are on the ground, staring as it goes swinging around. So really cool to see a little mandrill family.
That's a lot of monkeys.
They're playing around right now, and if you look off to our right side, there seems to be a really big elephant over there.
Oh, there he is. Get back there, pal.
Actually, I think we'll get a better view of it around the corner. Now, I've been looking around while you guys are looking at the mandrills. It looks like this elephant's all alone, so it's probably a male. Male elephants, they would prefer to be alone. They leave the herd entirely at 13 years old. At 13, if you're an elephant, you're almost an adult, so you kind of just leave the family if you want to go out and start your own family. So he's pretty much living the bachelor life out here. He's made this giant jungle his bachelor pad too. I don't know if you saw it, but he has a pool. That's pretty cool. And as you continue going over here, you notice that the road over to that elephant was closed. You gotta take this road, which does have a very old bridge, but I wouldn't worry about it. We actually fixed this thing up recently. It's been working really well lately. It hasn't broken down in a couple of weeks, mainly because we put some duct tape on it, which is surprising it works so well. But just in case, we're gonna floor it out of here, because I don't like hanging out there too long. This brings us to one of the red clay pits. You can see the elephants right here, their test marks on the right, and the footprints here on the left, which leads to this one right here on the left. And the elephants actually love to eat clay. It's a great source for minerals and vitamins. It's kind of like a healthy snack to them. You can kind of think of the same thing would be like those little gummy vitamins we take. So this one's eating, the one back there is also eating. He's trying to rip off that whole branch off that bush over there. And then there's a very cute elephant just up ahead I want to show you guys. We'll get a really good view of her around the corner. She's about 2 years old.
Like Jumbo.
Yeah.
Now, she's right behind some of these skinny trees here. She's about 2 years old. What a cutie. Very, very small.
That's the most elephants I've seen in a long time.
But she has grown up a lot lately. I'll try to move all the way up so you get those trees out of the way. Now, the reason I keep mentioning her age is because she's actually pretty large, even though she looks small. The baby's almost 2,000 pounds, and she's also kind of like a toddler now. It's crazy to believe that this elephant is 2,000 pounds right now. It looks so small. But a year ago, this elephant used to be so much smaller, she's actually almost impossible to find because of her size. So it's crazy to believe she's grown up so much. 2 years, 2,000 pounds. It's going to be a little over a decade before she's the size of her mom, which is that really big one back there. Mom is about 10,000 pounds. And that's the average weight for the females who live out here. So we're expecting the baby to be about the size of her mom when she's an adult too. And as you can see around here, we're also about to see a lot of flamingos. These are the greater flamingos, which are the largest, and the lightest type of flamingo you'll see out in Africa. Whenever you see a group of them, this is called a flamboyant. So this is a pretty big flamboyance of the flamingos, all just kind of hanging out. And right over here, this is actually one of my favorite views you could get of the savannah. Very beautiful sight with all the flamingos up front, some of the elephants in the background. I'll see that very big baobab tree over there as well. And beautiful sunlight just coming in right now too. Definitely one of my favorite views of the savannah. And the best thing is that from here, we're only about halfway through the whole area, so we still have a couple more animals to go check out. Looking all around, I don't see anything too crazy over here at the moment. I do see two small brown and white antelope called bok to bok.
Bok to bok. See him up there?
Looks like it's just the bonspok in the area.
Back there today.
So those two bonspok over there on the left, wow, their name's pretty fun to say. They're also pretty closely related to the wildebeest. Bonspok are so closely related to wildebeest, they are considered to be cousins, which is pretty cool. I do see some other animals over to this right-hand side. If you look behind some of these trees and bushes, there's some more sleepy rhinos.
Oh, right there.
Now we'll get a better view of them around the corner. It looks like things are going by a little slowly, so there might be some animals close to the road up ahead. But those are a couple of white rhinos.
Big.
Now white rhinos, they're larger than their cousin, the black rhino we found earlier. These guys actually weigh 5,000 pounds. So, you know, they're 2,000 pounds heavier, just a little bit more. And you can get a better view of this one, who seems to be awake, moving his head around. Might start waking up in a little bit.
Look at him.
Oh,
There. Now there's more than just the three I see up here. There's a couple other members of this rhino family, so hopefully we'll see them around. Maybe they'll be
Posing
awake.
for you,
Who
isn't
knows?
it?
It's a little hard to see this next animal, but over to our left side, there's a lot of trees. There's actually a cheetah laying down. Actually, I think there's two cheetahs laying down by those trees over there on the left.
Right there in that.
Very far back. You can see they have lighter colors in the dark dirt next to what looks like a pile of hay.
A little bit more.
Now the cheetah is the fastest animal on land. It's capable of going 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 3 seconds. That is faster than what most cars could even do. Yeah, they're both laying down. That's why it's so hard to see them. One just kind of poked its head up, staring at the other one laying down across from it. Even though the cheetah is the fastest animal on land, it does not run that speed forever. It actually takes a lot of energy for them to do that, so they only run that for about the distance of a football field. But out here in the savannah, it's a very far distance to chase someone. After that, they get slower and slower until they gotta relax, like right now. And looks like there's those other rhinos I was looking for. They're on that right side. Looks like those two are awake. You can see they're standing up. Looks like they might have woken up not that long ago because they're not too active from the looks of it. So we'll get a better view of them around the corner. I've also been looking up at this huge rock formation on our left. This is called a kopie. The kopie is definitely one of the favorite spots for lions. Oh, here's a male. It looks like he's asleep. And then it's actually a female lioness. She is all the way up on top.
Oh, yeah.
So there's the girl, the boy, he's down here, the male and the female. So it looks like the male's asleep, which honestly is not a surprise. It's more surprising that the lioness is awake all the way up there. Lions spend 20 hours of their day inactive, almost always spending that time asleep. So they're asleep pretty much almost all day, every single hour. Now, that leaves behind only about 4 hours a day that they are active, which happens at night. So during the night, that's when they like to go out and hunt. Until then, this is pretty much what they do all day. Not much. So the male, he's getting some rest. The female, she's kind of just enjoying the view out here. Lioness has probably the best view of the whole savannah at the moment. And there's those rhinos again. Looks like one just laid back down. The other one you can see is walking around a little bit. I think they're still not ready to start their day. Now, you can see those rhinos behind some of these trees here. If you look in front of the trees on the ground, you'll see the nest of ostrich eggs too. I haven't seen any ostriches around, but it does look like they left their eggs behind. They normally live over here. Now, because the ostrich is the largest bird in the world, they also are going to lay the largest bird eggs in the world. The average one of those eggs you see is about 3 pounds. And 3 pounds is a lot for an egg. I haven't seen that many animals back here recently. I think someone's hiding way back to the right. It's a white and brown antelope called the scimitar horned oryx. He's laying down back there, kind of hiding behind a tree, so I don't think he wants to be seen, so we'll leave him alone. But besides him, looks like no one else is back here. So let's go through these gates. They actually mark the end of the whole reserve. So I'd like to thank all of you for choosing Kilimanjaro Safaris, because when it comes to safaris, we go wild. Now, I'll be bringing all of you right back over to the village. Thank you. While you're out there in the village, if you want to help any of the animals you saw today, I do recommend you look up the Disney Conservation Fund. If you look it up, it actually teaches you how to help out a lot of the animals you may have seen today, and how to help out animals you may see every day, like the ones in your own backyards. And then if you're looking to see some more animals, I recommend you go over to Gorilla Falls Exploration Trail. Now that is a walking trail, but over there you can see some gorillas. There's also naked mole rats, meerkats. Those are all animals you don't get to see out on a safari too often. And the best thing about the trail is the meerkats at the moment, because there are some baby meerkats out there. Yeah, meerkats are already super small and super cute. So imagine a baby one. Yeah, even smaller, even cuter. Alright, it looks like we're in the all clear to drop you off, so as we come to the end of our adventure, just know we do not like saying goodbye. It's way too sad, far too final. Instead, we say kwaharini. Kwaharini is a Swahili phrase that means go well. So kwaharini, everybody go well, and all of you enjoy the rest of your day here